Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Do you know, it must be hard being Neil Gray, waking up every morning, looking in the mirror, seeing Neil Gray looking at you. And what do you actually see? A failure. A man who cannot do his job. A man who hates his job. A man who locks himself in his office all day, sitting there stimming. A man who won't, as health secretary, go anywhere near hospitals. A man who is not really the health secretary, of course. John Swinney's filling that role. But he's got the title and he gets the money. If he had any decency, he would quit because he's just rubbish. But then he cheers himself up and he makes announcements and boasts about winning the war and improving NHS waiting times. And he's feeling all smug and happy until someone points out that the only reason the statistics show that is because he's lying and cheating. And he is too. They're doing this to show the improvement by, quite literally, taking people off the waiting list. They're removing thousands of cases from the statistics. How are they doing it? Well, they're just going, well, take that one out, take that one out, take that one out. Oh, look, they look much better now, don't they? Interesting way of dealing with it, I suppose. But Public Health Scotland is using a new way of measuring how many Scots are waiting for treatment. And it involves basically taking people off the waiting list. No wonder Scotland is screwed royally. Neil Gray is doing this. He's bragging about these waiting lists, but he's saying, "Oh, it's only a 7.3% decrease." The trouble is, it isn't. When you're literally taking names off the list to try and make it look better, it's cheating. And the people themselves aren't suddenly miraculously cured simply because they've had their name taken off the list. But this group, Public Health Scotland, they published their data, said that new guidance had been implemented in July. No good. And waiting times were not directly comparable any longer because the way we count them is different, because basically we're not counting them. What happens is new rules that allow health boards what they call reset to zero wait times. So, for example, if you miss an appointment, you start again. So therefore, you're not waiting a year you wait a year for your appointment. You've missed it. You start again, zero, and then you go back on the book at zero. Taken as a whole, regardless of what your wait time is, there are now over 700,000 people in Scotland on a waiting list. Scotland's population is about 5.5 million. It's not good. And just because you're saying, the waiting lists have come down because you're taking the time off them, doesn't mean that people aren't still waiting. And that number is increasing all the time. Instead of perhaps keeping open pretendy embassies and paying all those staff and producing all those brochures and spunking money away on foreign ventures, perhaps, just perhaps, hiring a few doctors, a few nurses, the odd oncologist, maybe a midwife. Spend the money where it's needed to be spent and watch, miraculously, as the waiting lists tumble for real. Instead of having a liar cheat his way out to make himself feel good with his inadequate little ego. Thanks very much. Bye.